Hey everyone, it's Bernie here, and today I'm doing the one cube challenge but extreme version. So I'm gonna quickly run through the rules while I'm taking a ton of photos. So the rules are the same as the one cube challenge. You put a sim in one by one cube, and then you put your money to zero, which I did forget, but I did do it now. So technically I didn't really cheat because I did make bunch of money. Um, and then you try to expand. So how I made it extreme is that you start by working on the box you're on. So let's say, so for example, this box I'm on, I'm gonna make it into the bedroom. So you finish off the bedroom. You have the bed, the bedside tables, the mirror, like the decor you want to add if you have any decors you want to add before you move on to the next one. So that is one way I made it extreme. It did make it a bit harder. So so now I'm just making the box for the bedroom, and then I'll move on to the hallway, which will connect to the rest of the house. Obviously, you can start on the hallway and then make your kitchen first or your living room. So it's like many ways to do this basically. And the second rule I have is that you can't uh, use another skill until you've maxed out the previous skill you're using to make money. So, for example, I'm using the photography skill to make money right now, so I will have to max out the photography skill first before I can go on to another skill to make money, like painting or pottery if you got the new pack. So, it's just another way to make things a little bit harder, kind of a little bit longer. But it's like, okay, if the skill's taking a bit of a while and you want to do something else, you have to finish that skill first before you can do something else. So, yeah, I've made those two main rules to make it a bit harder. And obviously, the worth of the whole house has to be around 40,000 or above 40,000 simoleons. So yeah, that is the rules. So here I'm now got enough money to scare bed, which is great, and just making more money so I can finish off the bedroom before I can add a corridor. And then obviously in the corridor I will cannot add a door until the end of the challenge. So obviously I won't have that. Um, so yeah, so here I've maxed out the photography skills. So technically, if you wanted to add an easel in your bedroom, you could have. But I had the idea that I was going to make a craft room, so with like the pottery and like all my stuff that I need in an office kind of thing. So I had an idea of that. So here I'm adding some windows as well, just kind of like laying out what I want to do with that build. And I wanted to add the curtains. I ran out of money, so I can add another curtain. So here you can go back to the photography skill and get more money that way until you have enough money. So yeah, it was actually quite interesting. It did make it a bit harder and longer. I did end up having to buy a lunchbox, which I left it in her inventory and just took it out when she needed it because I didn't have a kitchen. I was focused on like the bedroom, bathroom, and the craft room because obviously that's how she was going to make money. But I didn't think about food. So I got her a lunchbox, which is base game. So you find it under the kids category. I'll show you later when it comes up again in the video. And I was like, oh, I could just put that in the corridor like it's a lunchbox you take to work, even though she doesn't leave the lot. So here you can see that I'm figuring out if I have enough money to make a corridor, but I didn't, so I'm going to carry on. Yeah, there isn't any art, but I was thinking because she's going through the crafty route, I was going to do the art herself and maybe decorate the house, which I didn't record because I didn't want to. But like let you guys see that. So I was doing that in my own time, just making the house a bit more pretty and making sure we have enough money. Obviously, I did not want to buy an easel because obviously I wanted that in the craft room, so I left it. So I was just decorating the front door with the burglary alarm, even though I can't get burgled. Even though they did try to attempt to burgle me, so I'll show you. I'll point it out later on. So yeah, I wanted to add like an accent table against the wall as well. So I was making more money for that, and all of a sudden to make the corridor a bit larger so that I can add the other rooms that I want. So here I'm adding the accent table that I wanted. So I was thinking this one, and then I'm gonna make the room the bathroom. So I didn't have enough money to make the bathroom, so I just made the corridor a bit wider so I knew where I wanted the bathroom. I was going to put a mirror there, but did end up putting a painting there later on. And again, same thing over again, photos again. Um, Obviously, you have to make money. So the rules I made is basically I had to make money through a skill as well. So I didn't get a decorations box, for example, and did it that way because I felt like that was cheating a little bit. So it had to be through a skill, which was the photography, which is a great way to start, basically. Now we've got a toilet, and the reason I started with the toilet instead of like a kitchen or something is because her needs showed that she needed to weigh more. So and had like, even though her hunger was getting low, I should have done maybe the kitchen before the craft room, but I really, really wanted to do some pottery and start on that skill because I know you can get a ton of money with the kintsugi when you're a high skill. So I was like, that would be a great way, and you can kind of sell it as well. So not through your inventories, like with the painting, you can sell it to a collector. You've got the similar thing for pottery. So I'll show you later when we do that. So here I'm just trying to make enough money through the photography skill because I didn't add an easel yet. I mean, I could have done a sketch pad maybe, but then I would have had to finish the painting skill first before I did pottery, and I really wanted to focus on pottery a little bit. Obviously, you can do other skills like that doesn't cost money. So well, not like cost money, like that you'll get paid with, like fitness. If you wanted to add a fitness skill or handiness or something, you can obviously do other skills as well. But the main thing is that you finish off the skill that you are using to make money first before you start a new skill. So I finished off the photography skill and then I went on to pottery. So I'm just decorating the bathroom now and just trying to finish it off a little bit so I can start on the pottery room, the craft room, the office. I don't know what you want to call it. It's a bit of everything really. So now we've got enough money to probably, I think we have enough to in the bathroom to move on. So now we're moving on. Obviously the ceiling is not painted. That was not my priority. I keep forgetting that you can paint the ceiling. I'm just not used to it. I don't know why. I don't know. So here I'm just now making my box for the office. And yeah, I'm gonna make money so we can have a pottery wheel. I didn't have enough money for the kiln, so I was just selling it without glazing it. And then it was just like her knees just like deteriorated so much quicker because obviously when you're doing the photography skill you're pausing, so the time doesn't actually run that quick. But with like the pottery, you her needs of like getting lower and lower over time. So you can see here that her hunger is starting to get low, and yeah, she's a perfectionist as well, so it doesn't help that she made an imperfect pottery. So yeah, now we've got to level 2. And so basically I focus on pottery until she maxed it out. So I'm just doing different, and then once she's maxed it out, I'll do something else if I wanted to. So I did do painting after, just because she is creative and all that. So her social's going down, her hunger is going down, and we're going to run into a bit of an issue with her hunger and social. So she's level 3 now on the pottery, which is great, but we don't have a kiln. So she's just making the pottery without glazing it. Maybe someone else who bought it can glaze it for her. I don't know. Anyways, we're just selling it now, and we're just gonna keep pottering. Pottering? That's not even a word. what's the word for it? Pottering. So yeah, we're just carrying on with that, and I was like, okay, I gave her. I did some pictures because she was, I think, too she didn't want to do any more pottery. Now she's doing pottery. And I think she's actually starting to get burnt out. So that's another thing that was really annoying. Like she's dazed now. So I actually had to work through that, which is annoying. So I couldn't afford the kill, which is annoying. But I forgot to add a mat. So here I'm just adding mats because I completely forgot about mats. I always forget about things in a room. So I'm adding a runner. I thought that was cute, and I'm trying to choose some mats. I really like the one from the gamer pack. And yeah, she's like dazed and crazy. I guess that's what happens when you're on your own. So I'm trying to get that away, and she's so hungry. It's ridiculous. So this is why I decided that I'm just gonna get her the lunchbox. I don't want her to die right at the start of the series. So yeah, it's a portable thing. She's not leaving the room. So she's having quick meals. I think she is a vegetarian. So I found out if you use this lunchbox and you choose the tuna sandwich, they won't get that moodlet where they have having too many quick meals. Whereas if it's the other sandwiches, they'll get the moodlet. So make sure you don't put them as a vegetarian, so then you can give them the tuna sandwich. Just as a tip there. So here we're just pottering. We're doing some pottery, and her social's getting really, really low as well. So at this point, she wasn't actually a loner. She actually became a loner at one point because obviously she's on her own, like all the time. So my aim now is basically to find a way to get her social up. So I was thinking the only way we can get her social up without leaving is to use the computer. So I was like, great, I'm gonna have to make money to buy a computer. So I was like, oh, we don't have enough yet for a computer. And we have to buy a vacuum cleaner because obviously the dust bunnies have decided to arrive. This is when she got the loner trait because she's a loner. So I guess that's okay. But obviously I didn't like the red plum barb at the top. I mean, I guess I can take it away. But yeah. So here I decided to buy I wanted to get a big desk, but I was like, the space is so tiny, so I'd rather not. So here now she's just getting her social need up. It's taken a while, but hey ho, at least she's got something to use now, and we don't have to worry too much about it. And I did eventually get it back in the green at some point, but obviously she had no money, like zero. And the dust bunnies, well, the dust was annoying me, so I had to make some money for that. Vacuum or Hoover. I call it a Hoover. Do you call it a Hoover or a vacuum? I would like to know. Anyways, so we're carrying on, just getting her social need. So if you scroll through social media, it actually goes quicker than trolling the forums and stuff like that. So I didn't realise that until later on. So now she's going through social media, it goes up so much faster, but she does get tired from it. So it's like choose battles basically. um, so yeah, I'm just making sure that she's got her social art, got a decorations box. I just want to get the points so we can get some stuff for her points. We might as well. Or it's not like we can make a nice meal or anything. We'll be thankful because she's got literally no one to talk to. But yeah, we're just doing the same thing over and over again. I guess that's the only thing about this challenge is that you just have to do the same thing over and over again. And it can get a little bit daunting. But if you have multiple packs, it can get interesting, especially if you've got like the Dust Bunnies or Seasons and you've got all these other stuff coming up. So yeah, I mean, it's up to you how you guys want to do it, really. That's the fun thing about this challenge. Like, maybe you want to start in the kitchen first or something. Fair enough, start in the kitchen first. But yeah, I was just thinking, like, what we can spend our money on. We can build up our skill quickly and then maybe make enough money to do the kitchen later. So I will do the kitchen next because obviously she's getting the quick meals. I forgot what it was called again. I said it earlier. Oh well. So yeah, I'm just decorating a little bit more. Obviously, I do want to move on to the kitchen after. So we're gonna get some decorations in, some curtains, an easel for later on for when she's gonna do painting or if she wants to do painting. Even so, for example, if you want to do writing, obviously you can write a book, but don't sell it yet, if you know what I mean. So if you want to do another skill, go do that, but don't make sure you don't make that money. Don't start making money until you've finished the previous skill. So yeah, so I did do that at one point because she was gardening because we've got all these seed packets. I thought, oh, it would be nice to have a greenhouse. So she was selling stuff for the gardening, and I was like, oh crap, I wanted to do writing. So I was going to have to do the aspiration, like write her books, but I didn't sell it until she maxed out her level 10 in gardening. So that's just like ways you can, I guess, do other things while you're waiting for things to grow or things to do. So she's dazed again, which is annoying. So if you want to get rid of the dazing, exercise gets rid of it, sleep gets rid of it, bathing gets rid of it. So if you do a bath, well, it doesn't get rid of it, but it makes it quicker. So yeah, I was thinking of getting a shower, like a bath shower combo for that days. And I was like, okay, she can sleep it off. We can sleep it off. We can do something else. Also, like doing something that's not creative, so programming. So I got her to do some programming to get rid of that dazing, and it did help. So it's like with the mental fog. If you get a mental fog, if you do something creative like painting or something, it will decrease the mental fog. So it's basically just like doing the opposite thing. So now she's the creative fog is gone. We're back at it, pottering. So she's doing pottering, she's glazing, she's selling. Pottery, glazing, selling. Until we got to level 7, I think. She got to level 7. I think this is when you can break it and repair it, the kintsugi. So this is when I realised, actually, I could have made more money. Why didn't I do this earlier? So doing that now. And we've got like £2,000. So I was like, oh, I want to do the kitchen first. So I'm doing that now. So I'm placing the kitchen where I want it. And I'm putting an archway to the kitchen, I guess. And I'm putting a counter down. I wanted one of the fridge. Like the expensive fridge because I don't want to like sell and then buy it. So I was like, I'll wait. I've got something to eat anyway, so it's fine. And so we kept having quick meals until then. She was hating it. Bless her, she was hating it so much. I just don't want her to die of starvation, basically. I was like, oh my god, she's gonna die if I don't give her some food. So yeah, and at least it's like a base game kind of thing, so everyone should be able to do this. It's not like a pack thing. So the food I wanted was still too expensive. I think it was over 3,000. I think so. We were just selling stuff, just pottery glazing, selling pottery glazing, selling, and just doing the same thing. And then I got the fridge I wanted, and I was happy. Obviously, I have no roofs because I have no idea how my build is going to turn out. It did look more like a square at first, which was kind of annoying. So I did try and change it up a little bit. Yeah, I'm just doing the same thing over again. And now she's going to be able to have a garden salad. I love a garden salad. So here we go. We're just doing the same old thing again and again and again. But anyways, this is basically the challenge. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. I would like to know what you guys have. Did you do the challenge? And let me know which room you guys started with as well. Like, did you start with the kitchen? Did you start with a living room? Because obviously they can nap in the sofa. You don't have to start with the bedroom like I did. I don't know why I thought I'd start in the bedroom. I should have started with something. Maybe I wanted to make it harder. I think I wanted to make it as hard as possible. Yeah. So you can obviously make it even harder. So you have to have a certain amount of money before you even can start building something. So maybe you have to save, I don't know, 5,000, 10,000 simoleons before you can even buy some, like renovate or expand. So you can make it harder that way as well if you wanted to. It's just a fun way to like make things more interesting, I guess. Anyway, so we've got the stove because it's rebate day. So we've done that. Getting her to eat, and was like, "Oh, we couldn't reach her mail, whatever." So she's got bills to pay now, and we have no money. So again, pottery, clays, sell, pottery, clays, sell. So other skills you can use is the painting skill. You can use the writing skill if you've got a fenced off area. So what you do is you make a front area which is fenced off, and so they can go into that fenced area, but they cannot leave the fenced area. So you put the mailbox like in the fenced area, and you can still mail off your books. So that is just a workaround. It does work. I have tried it. But let me know if you tried that. Maybe it's a good, and it's a nice way to make money because you get money like royalties every day, especially when you get to sell to a publisher and self publishing, you get more money. So obviously that's a cool way to do it. Yeah, I actually enjoyed doing it. It was fun. I did end up like changing it up. Like I didn't do this on camera, but or I mean recording it. But I did make her a fitness business upstairs because she was getting really into fitness. Like she really wanted to get fitness. So I did make her a fitness business upstairs for her to do as part of the business and hobbies pack. I just kind of wanted to check it out a little bit. And obviously, I always do business downstairs and obviously apartment upstairs. So I was like, maybe I should change it up a little bit and have her part downstairs and her business upstairs. Obviously, we're not doing a business build here. We're not doing anything about business right now. We're just doing a way challenge that I tried to make extreme version of it. But yeah, let me know what you guys do. Like, I would love to know. Um, So yeah, I need to finish the kitchen. I think this is like one of the most expensive rooms ever because obviously you have to buy the stove, the fridge. Obviously, I realised I didn't add any decor in the other room, so I had to do that. So you have to buy the stove, the fridge, and the cabinets, and maybe some decor if you want to do the sink, the bin. I mean, I did choose an expensive bin, but hey ho, it makes money. Yeah, really money. So that's what I did. I left myself at just enough to start with one of the quarries. So yeah, getting her to eat, and now we're gonna break glaze, and then sell. So actually now it should be pottery, break, repair, glaze, sell. That's a bit longer. It doesn't sound as catchy as the other one, like pottery, glaze, sell. So yeah, she has now maxed the pottery skill, which means we can now do another skill if we wanted to. So hey ho. And now she can make herself a tofurkey dinner, which she can do. I mean, it's a lot of food, but at least we have a fridge. And now I've started the painting. I mean, obviously I could have done pottery, but I realised it's taken so long to do it because obviously I've got loads of things. You have to do the pottery, break it, repair it, and then glaze it just to make the max amount you can. Because painting is a little bit quicker. So I just obviously if you wanted you could go straight to painting, but obviously I wanted to do multiple skills, like a super sim kind of challenge, but it's not a super sim kind of challenge. It's just I don't want her to get bored doing the same thing over and again. Obviously this is not real life, but hey. And she gets quite handy as well. So yeah. So I'm just getting more decor into the kitchen. And now I'm going to get the upper cabinets because I need to finish this kitchen off somehow. And yeah, I really did enjoy this. This was fun. So yeah, let me know if you guys got any questions. I would love to answer them. But yeah, this is just something I enjoy to do. Honestly, it's fun. I love playing Sims. I never played Sims 1 or 2. I've tried Sims 3, but I got like my partner got me the CD. They found it at the charity shop, so I've got the CD. I think somewhere. We've moved houses, so all my stuff is all over the place. Yeah, we moved houses ages ago. So, anyways, so yeah, but yeah, I'm currently doing also the 100 baby challenge. If you guys did not check out the build of me making it was meant to be a child care, but I don't like the idea that I've also taken care of other people's children as well as my own challenge where I have to take loads of kids. And also, it's taking up so much time that I couldn't even think about sending her out on a date or something. So I decided that I was going to change it into some sort of like playhouse, indoor playhouse with like a ball pit and a cafe and stuff, and I could just hire one of the doors for the cafe. So that way I can mingle with all the dads. I say dads, they could be. Yeah, I think one of them was married, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. It's a challenge. So yeah, I'm getting her to paint. Obviously, it doesn't make as much money as the pottery, so maybe I should have just stuck with pottery. You know, get bored of doing the same thing over and over again. And I was like recording. This took me like 5, possibly 6 hours to complete. So yeah, I wanted I didn't really get bored. It was more like I needed something else to do as well. So yeah, maybe I should have just hacked things so she had something creative and something mental. Who knows? So I think I was looking for the fruit bowl for there, and I have no idea what else. Oh, salt and pepper. I'll show you go. I think I was just trying to write salt, and I couldn't get salt. So here is where it started to look like a box, and I was like, that is ridiculous. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna change up the colour a little bit, make it a bit more pretty. And then I was having a look at what the surrounding area looks like, so just so we can have it looking a little bit like the surrounding. And then I think I realised that it's actually like a little bit off centre. It's like one is a bit bigger than the other. So yeah, we did that. And roofing this weird thing was really hard as well. So obviously they got this new decorations for the roof and roofing it, like getting the roof in the right shape. I don't know why I'm struggling with that. I did really struggle with that. So just sorting out her needs, weeing, showering. She did some yucky poo, I think, I guess. And yeah, we're just painting along, just getting on with it, I guess. Yeah, like I said, painting is so much quicker than pottery. Like she finishes it like so much quicker. Obviously, this is like sped up at 500 times, I think. So yeah. Otherwise, it will be like 5 hours long if I didn't speed it up. I was gonna speed it up to 1,000, but I felt like, oh my god, that's too fast. And maybe I should have. I don't know. Let me know if this was okay, or if you wanted it slower or faster. Honestly, I don't. I'm still playing around with this. I do love video editing. Like I did have a YouTube channel before, but because I was going into teaching, I kind of deleted everything, which was stupid of me. I think I got excited about finding a placement, but a year later I still haven't found a placement. So now I'm just doing the same thing, basically YouTube, but without my face, just in case I do get a placement. Like they won't know it's me, basically, possibly. Well, they will because of my phone type, but obviously, yeah, I was just trying to make it a bit more, not really less personal, but like my face is not always there. Yeah, I might have. I don't know. I'm just waiting to find out if I get a placement or not. To be honest, it's just taking forever. So, if you're wondering, I teach science for secondary school people in the UK. Well, I tutor them. So, yeah, it's really fun. I really enjoy it. Would I love to have YouTube as a full-time job? Hell yeah, I love doing this. This is like one of my favorite things to do. But obviously, it's not easy to be a YouTuber. You have a ton of things to do. So, well, there's a go. There's a masterpiece. We've got like 4,000, which is great. I think I was aiming to try and finish off this aspiration, or this part of the aspiration. So I think this part of the aspiration was you had to have in the pot 10,000, I think. So I don't want to finish the living room until I finish off that part of the aspiration, so I can get the points. So now she's level 9. Awesome. And yeah, that's why I kind of did that. And now I've got another creative. This creative was so annoying. I spent most of my time trying to get her out of this creative fog. So crying out loud, can she just not have it? It's so annoying. Obviously, it makes everything realistic. You do have possibly a fog. Like you don't know what to paint next, or what to do next, or what to write next. Like writer's block. You can have a painter's block. I guess that's how I see the creative fog. As like a painter's block or a creative block. So yeah. So her paintings are selling for like possibly around 300 to possibly 1,000 a pop, I guess. So yeah, I'm trying to get to that aspiration goal of 10,000. So I, yeah, it's I don't know, it was fun. And if you guys haven't checked out, I did do a new pack review. Not really a new pack. It's not a new pack. A new update review. Sorry, it's late here. This is the only time I can record. A new update on Pride stuff, and it was really cool. So go check that out. I will link it below. So basically, you got like new items in Build By, and you got some new clothes and tattoos, makeup. So yeah, it was really cool. And as someone who identifies as pansexual, I really enjoyed going through that. So that was really nice to go through. So here I'm just now decorating the living room now that I actually have the money. Well, I completed that aspiration. So I was like, oh, maybe I can finish it in one go. Maybe that will be so good. I don't even know what to add in the living room other than a bunch of chairs, possibly a fireplace and a TV. Like growing up, I never actually had like sat in the living room. We always stayed in our rooms. So it's really weird building houses where you have to have a social area. I didn't make a separate dining room, but I did add a laundry room. So you could possibly do a separate dining room if you want to make the challenge a bit harder and longer. So Shell would not have anywhere to sit. So yeah, so I'm just adding a bunch of chairs. I love this table from Tiny Living. Absolutely love it. And just I was wondering what to do for the space as well. It was really annoying. I was thinking flowers, plants, those will help. Obviously I would usually put like toys or something, but we have no kids, so what am I gonna do? So yeah, try that. So I put a hanging plant there. That was cute. Some more plants. I think I did add another like accent table or something at the back. So yeah, it's like a crochet thing. I did want to do crocheting, but I was like, oh my god, what would I do with that? That would take forever as well. But yeah, so I added those books and I moved it so that it looks like the bookends are on like either ends. I think that's pretty. And just adding some more plants. And this is when I decided that, well, I knew I wanted to have a greenhouse, but I also didn't want it like right there. I wanted it at the back of the garden because I was thinking of layout as well. So I was thinking, okay, here will be a nice place for a laundry room. Because I also wanted to add like a chimney, but I didn't like it, so I did it. So yeah, I wanted a laundry room. Again, just adding to the way the game you have laundry. I'll be part of that build or that part of the house. And we're just changing the texture of the roof and I was just adding some more decor. The plants. Obviously, I did say finish off the room before you added other place, but yeah, I did finish it off before I added more stuff into that room. So here I'm adding the washing machine and dryer. I found some extra bits, so I put it away. And that's why I've got a window, and the door to the back door will be next to the fridge. Bit like cozy, a bit squashed, I guess. More squashed than cozy. But yeah, so I'm just adding the essentials I need for the the laundry room. I'm really proud of how it turned out. And yeah, I decided that, okay. So yeah, I decided that, yeah, okay, I'm happy with that. I'm just going to go back to sorting out her needs, making sure she sleeps, squeeze, hoovers, eats, so that we can make more money. So I just carried on with painting because it's quicker. I could have just done pottery as well, but I felt like painting was better. So I was aiming to work on the greenhouse next because we got all those plants. And what I was gonna do is she was gonna craft all the potters, all the potters plants. She can craft all the plant potters. Oh, she got a masterpiece. I forgot about that. She started crafting a few masterpieces. So yeah, I got her to do that through the pottery so that it was like something that she's made. I didn't kintsugi it. I just glazed it. So I'm just adding some lot traits, I guess, to the house just to make things a little bit easier and sorting out her needs as always. It's like a repeat, I swear. It's like non-stop repeating. And then doing some more painting. Oh, and I think we should got another masterpiece. I think this is when I decided that actually I want to start keeping some of her art. Obviously, if I needed to sell it, I would sell it. But technically, if I wanted to, I could have finished the challenge here. I've got a bedroom, a bathroom, a kitchen, and a dining. Not really a dining. Bedroom, bathroom, living, dining. Kitchen. I've got a laundry room and a craft room. So technically, I could have finished that, but I wanted it to be covering the whole lot and looks finished, basically. So she's done a few masterpieces. So obviously, I was selling the one that was most expensive and keeping the cheaper one. So that one was more expensive. I kept the cheaper one. So yeah, I think at one point she kept painting the same thing over and over again. I had to like change it up a little bit. So yeah, I was just trying to get her to make as much money. So the next one was to get, I think, 35,000, but I didn't want to wait. I didn't think I want to wait 35,000. So I did move it further back so that we can have a door. And I was going to do the fencing, I think, now. I think that was my aim. So what I was doing, because obviously this is like near the end. Technically, if I wanted to finish, I would have done it. But I wanted to add more. So yeah, so I'm doing a little platform, and on the platform I was going to just do like a rocking chair or something. And yeah, I started on a really small lot as well. So you can make it harder and start on a really large lot, like one of the largest ones you've got. So I think it's 50 by 50, or I think there is one pack that has a larger lot than that. But obviously, start with like a 50 by 50 if you wanted, and you have to basically cover most of the lots. So multiple bedrooms, all that. So there's just ways to make it a bit more harder. But my main rule is you have to finish the skill you're on that you're using to make money, and you have to do room by room. So this is what I mean. I'm struggling with this roof thing. So if you can tell me how to sort this out, that would be great. Because I don't know if I did a good job of that. Was that an okay job? I don't even know. It looks like I think to me it looks a bit weird. I don't know. I don't really use these things, but because the surrounding area uses it, I was like, oh, I might as well use it then. Waste of money, possibly. But yeah, so here I'm just adding the glass roof for the house. but it was sticking out, which was really weird. And it was the eaves that was causing problems. I think I made it too long. And yeah, I just wanted to sort that bit out so I can figure out what I'm going to do with the fencing. I did actually put the fence all the way around because I wanted to add a pool at one point. So yeah, that's what we did. So now I'm going to get her to craft some planter pots so we can start gardening. So yeah, this is what I decided that I was going to do. I guess a garden, but off to the side. It's a really weird layout. I think this is one of the weird things you do because obviously you don't really start by building the shell. You're basically making something as you go along. So obviously the pool is like kind of squished on the side, but maybe I could have just done a really, really long pool going along that side of the house. That would have looked really weird. At least it's a bit square. So yeah, I'm just adding some tiles into the pool. I forgot to add lights and stuff as well, which is really weird. I did stairs on both sides as well because I was like, oh my god, what will happen if I got stuck and I died? Think about it. I could have got stuck. No, I couldn't. Maybe I was just being paranoid. Who knows? Anyways, so now I'm just gonna get some windows and stuff for the greenhouse and bring in a ton of light. I did expand it a little bit, I think, at one point because I needed more. So yeah, just it looks so pretty. I think I'm really proud of how the build turned out because obviously you started in one area and worked your way to the other area. So I think it looks. I had an idea in my head. I think that's what I kind of did. Obviously, you can go as funky as possible. You don't have to do it like how I did. Start with the bedroom. You can obviously start with the bathroom if you want to make the bathroom first. So obviously that's up to you how you want to do it. And that's the whole thing. Like I wanted to make it as hard as possible. I think that's why I started with the bedroom. Maybe I could have started with the craft room so I could have had all the craft stuff ready. But I wanted to like at least some of the needs sorted. And again, just use the lunchbox, put it in the hallway. I guess that counts. It's my rules. So yeah, now I'm just crafting the planter boxes. Obviously, I guess this is kind of waste of time, but I think this is just more like decorating the house now because I've got everything I need to live. So this is more like, making sure everything's pretty and unique and yeah, I really like this new pack. I don't really buy packs that much. I think I've only got 2 other. So I brought Seasons this year. Growing Together. And I brought this one. So I actually don't really usually buy these packs, these expansion packs. I never buy them. The reason I bought Seasons is obviously Seasons. It makes it more realistic. And I wanted Seasons. And the reason I got Growing Together is because of the 100 Baby Challenge. So I had Parenthood, but I also wanted Growing Together just to make it harder. Because obviously it's more fun when it's hard. So, yeah, those are the reasons I got that. And then the business and hobbies, I bought it because I was like, oh my god, I can build a daycare. Obviously, it works, but it doesn't at the same time. So, yeah. I didn't get, and I got it also for the tattooing. I love tattoos. If I had enough money, I would be covered with tattoos. So yeah, that's another reason why I got this pack as well. People go out for the pottery. I mean, the pottery is so much fun. Like I did not know about kintsugi until I got this pack. So that's a cool fun fact. to, you can learn stuff from games. Who says you can't? So yeah, I actually really did enjoy this. Yeah, so this is when I expanded it a bit more because I realised if I want to build a proper garden, I'm going to expand it much bigger. So I did that. I added a little circular window maze. I really like it. It's cute. So cute. Yeah. Let me know if you like this challenge and if I should try it again. But like in a different order. Maybe I should start with the living room instead. Or maybe the front entryway, So here is when I decorated the final last time. So I didn't want you guys to watch the entire thing. It is quite long. So I'm going to speed it up for you guys so you don't actually see the entire thing. But here I'm just decorating now. Adding some bushes, some plants, some final bits and pieces. So it looks a little bit more homey. I'm not really good at this, so I will apologise. Now I'm not good at landscaping. I did forget to terrain paint most of the house as well when I uploaded it. But oh well. So I'm just going to add like an extra easel, a woodworking table, and some extra skills outside. I did not add a chest table, which I should have, but I didn't. So this is not like I'm doing the terrain paint. And I realised when I uploaded it that after I uploaded it, I missed like the other side of the house. So this side of the house, I did not terrain that side. I was too busy focusing on the fence. I'm just such a yeah. So here I wanted to do something on the outside and also just do a bunch of plants. But then I was like, why do I not make it fit the environment more? So I got rid of the low-lying bushes and I looked for these, what are they called? Tree cages, I think. So yeah, I sized it down and I put them in tree cages, and I think it looks a little bit better. It looks like it's part of the environment a bit more. So yeah, I do prefer that. I don't know if it looks too weird, so let me know if it does look a bit weird. But I think it looks alright. So even if you guys think it's weird, I like it. So yeah, like I said, it's like 10 p.m. when I'm doing this. But anyways, yeah, this is the final build. So I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think, and I have uploaded it. So if you wanted to download it, you can do. I really did enjoy this. I would definitely try it out. It did last a little bit longer than the other ones. And yeah, this is the final build. I hope you enjoyed. Please share, like, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. And don't forget to put a comment. Bye.